NanoFil is a unique low-volume syringe developed for improved microinjection in mice. Today, let's talk about the tips and choosing the appropriate needle for your application. The 33 gauge tip is similar to Hamilton's 7762 and 7803 series removable needles in both the tip length and the outer diameter. However, our beveled tip version is shorter, more durable, and penetrates better due to the special tri-surface grinding technique. 33 gauge tips used to be the smallest sold, but our new 35 gauge tip is much better for injections involving small animals, especially mice. By choosing the 35 gauge tri-beveled NanoFil tips, you can reduce the depth of penetration by almost 80% when compared with Hamilton's 33 gauge 10-degree beveled tip. The NanoFil penetration is 230 microns versus 348 for the Hamilton. The smaller size tip significantly reduces the required penetration force too. In nearly all applications, a standard 33 gauge tip can be replaced with our 35 gauge tip and produce better results. The 34 gauge needle is a transitional size between 33 and 35 gauge. If the 35 gauge is too weak and the 33 gauge is too large, this is a good alternative. During our field trials, the 35 gauge needle was scientists' most popular and preferred NanoFil tip. The combination of its strength, length, durability, and clogging resistance creates a solid balance. It is much smaller than the 33 gauge tip offered by other manufacturers, and it is only slightly larger than our 36 gauge tip, but it is much stronger and less likely to clog. Samples can be directly loaded with this tip. Its 5 mm length is sufficient enough for almost all injection applications in mice. The smallest commercially available tip is the 36 gauge. The tip is so small that it can be inserted into the opening of the 33 gauge needle tip. Because this is pushing the limits of what current technology can produce, there are some limitations to consider before using it. Its thin diameter makes it necessary to limit its length to 2.5 to 3 millimeters and still maintain a stable strength. Since the tip ID is in the 25 to 50 micron range, it is very easily clogged. Use only well-filtered solutions with this tip. If you have any questions about NanoFil needles, just give us a call.